Welcome back, you connoisseurs of combustible weapons and other ballistic materials.
Oh, come on, we just got the flamethrower. We don't, it's not really a combustible weapon, is it?
Well, flames require combustion. Combustion must be expelled through a nozzle in order to destroy and incinerate our foes. We got the burner. It's special, but how special is it? We're about to find out. Is it garbage? Is it good? Is it a trap? Is it the pathway that will drive you to driving back the alien forces?
The enemy mothership continues to float above the city, launching a fleet of gunships. This is not the one that we want to use the burner on. The city will be destroyed unless they are stopped at once. Attack the gunships and give the civilians time to escape. We definitely do not want the burner for this mission.
We're going to try it anyway. Perhaps they also will provide some more organic
Why the fuck are the
material.
aliens invading Australia, though?
They're everywhere.
But they're like invading one of the Northwest Plains regions of Australia. There's very little there for them.
Are taking off from the mothership floating above the city. These are gunships. It appears the Ravagers are.
Yes, take a good look. They are ships. They have guns. Now go knock them out of the sky.
Specifically with our grenade launcher, because we took a grenade launcher instead of a rocket launcher.
We're gonna need that grenade launcher because it will launch grenades into the sky where the gunships are.
This is actually a mission where you would have wanted the missile launcher specifically.
Maybe.
Are you gonna fix your camera, Mr. Cloud?
I am fixing the camera. The game is forcing my perspective upwards so I can see the gunships launching. Now we have free freedom of motion for the camera. Let's start shooting things down. Fire!
Okay, there's one gunship down. Now the gunships also drop power-ups, right?
Yes, every enemy in this game that can be killed will drop loot, and the kind of loot that it drops depends both on your difficulty as well as RNG.
Okay.
You will find missions where enemies do not stop spawning until you meet certain conditions. It is advantageous that you exploit endlessly spawning enemies in order to get lots of armor and lots of weapons pickups.
Right.
It may take forever, but it'll be worth it.
So I assume that we can actually have up to 1,000 HP.
Oh, you can have more than 1,000 HP, believe me.
Ooh.
I mean, I haven't seen 1,000 HP. Just, yeah, you have room. You have room for a fourth digit, and that fourth digit need not necessarily be a 1 the entire time. It's just, remember, you can only improve your armor one increment at a time.
Yeah.
Do you really want to spend like hundreds of hours getting these little improvements to your armor?
It should be hundreds of hours, though, to be perfectly honest. You should be able to get upwards of 10 armor per mission. So, let's assume that each mission takes about 10 minutes. It would be, what, 100 missions? So, approximately 20 hours?
I mean, you need not even necessarily advance to different missions in order to up your armor rating. All you have to do is just find a mission where the enemies are on endless respawn and just keep farming for armor until you get all the armor you want. Just as long as you don't die. Sending the bodies careening to the floor. Unfortunately, grenades will arc and fall according to gravity, so try to aim higher than where your target is if they're airborne. Your grenade may make contact.
We definitely should have had the missile launcher over the grenade launcher. And we're not even going to get to play with the flamethrower in this part, are we?
Unfortunately, no. Because flamethrowers understandably have a certain... No, they do. It's just a thing. See, weapon there's no damage immunity. There's no weakness. There's no weakness trees or triangle. I mean, we will eventually. Just, I mean, gosh dang it, they're just so far. They are so far away. Great contact.
So, I'm going to ask, does the game actually have friendly fire?
There is friendly fire, just as surely as you can kill yourself, you can also kill your other human teammate if there was one present. But you cannot get a game over because the Earth Defense Force is willing to make sacrifices in order to take out the alien horde, and the worst thing that'll happen is you run out of health and you have to start the level over.
Okay.
That's why you can destroy buildings. That's why you can even cause civilians to die. This is war, goddammit, and not everything is going to go according to plan.
After all, one of the first casualties of battle is the plan.
Heh. Funny. Sounds like some World War II wisdom.
Ooh, health pickup.
Go on, get it. The best thing about having a health pickup.
You said it was like 75. That was not 75, Mr. Cloud.
No, it was not. It was more like 36, which is not quite half of 75, but it's close to it. I see a lot of teammate corpses right now. I'm going to have to assume that these foes are more dangerous than we had let on. I'm an excellent grenade launcher, I'll have you know. I never miss.
Okay. Mutation on the sniper rifle. And, different mutation for the missile launcher. Sweet.
The air tortoise.
Missile launcher.
Right, mind you, these are not mutations on existing weapons. These are different weapons altogether.
Oh, you didn't even look at your new weapons.
I have a feeling this is one of those more difficult missions that caused me to have so many retries that I got frustrated.
An alarming 300 of these have been spotted so far around the world. If these UFOs continue to deploy the aliens at this rate, the world will be overrun by these monsters in no time.
So, our goal this time is actually to defend the city?
No, I mean, we are. By doing the exact same thing over again. Find your enemies and take them down. Take them down immediately. In the name of planet Earth. Ooh, the helicopter. I like the helicopter. I also especially like that there's no falling damage in this game either. It's not clear that there's no falling damage because the greatest height that we've fallen from is maybe like 15 feet.
Okay.
But let's say you're piloting one of those helicopters that we got alluded to, and helicopters naturally will be floating like several hundreds of feet in the air. If the helicopter gets destroyed, then you fall out of the vehicle. But because you're suspended in midair, then you have to fall hundreds of feet because that's where you started from. You'll find that you'll be perfectly fine when you land, and this is a great feature of the game.
Okay, so for this mission, we have one actually appropriate weapon, the missile launcher, but we very, very specifically should have either gotten the flamethrower to test it out or the assault rifle for this.
I think I'm beginning to understand why I had to restart this mission so many times. Those UFOs are causing our first instance of infinite respawn. You have to destroy these UFOs in order to stop the ants from coming down
there's
once and for all.
5 of them on the map, right?
Fired.
Oh, and
that's
because
why
you're running the Emerald Launcher is homing in on closer enemies. Yeah, you should have switched over to the air tortoise, Mr. Cloud.
That way more so, kind of. Obey me, missiles. Looks like we're gonna have to use a rifle.
Okay, but at this point you do actually know that you can, at the very least, damage. There's an ant, Mr. Cloud.
Shoot the ant. Save your rifle for the. Save your bullets, rather, so you're not going to be reloading at the moment of truth. And then, when the UFOs are all gone, then you switch to the missile launcher. Over time, these ants are going to overwhelm your teammates. And then when every other E.D.F. member on the board is eliminated, all the enemies are going to start converging on you because they have no other valid targets.
Right.
This is the 7th mission of Earth Defense Force is the most difficult that we've run into so far, as it should be.
But to be perfectly honest, the big difficulty here is the fact that you actually have to pick out the correct weapon loadout, and it's very obvious on your first run through what the correct weapon loadout here is.
Don't hit the tree.
It's assault rifle and missile launcher. I mean, this is the missile launcher you wouldn't want to use, because this one's has got enemy homing rockets on it, and enemy homing missiles, despite the fact that it sounds like they would be really nice, immediately divert to the nearest enemy, which is not what we need them to do. We need them to strike specifically at aerial vehicles.
Yeah, you're gonna want one of those missiles that just fly at a straight trajectory according to where you're pointing the red cursor in the middle of the screen.
So the air tortoise that we got would have been very nice for this, Mr. Cloud.
No, you don't know that. We didn't check because I was so hasty as to not even show which weapons I picked for this mission. Oh, is that it?
But
Are
the
lights
sniper
going
rifle
dim?
actually does do enough damage to where that. No, it closed up again. So.
Damn it. Okay, we got only 3 other Earth Defense Force members on our side right now. Oh, that's a big health pickup. We want it. We need it.
And that is worth approximately 80. Okay.
Big green box, good. Little cylinders, not so good. Excuse me, I have things to collect. You definitely don't want these guys to bum rush and surround your position while the most useful thing you have in your inventory is an explosive weapon. Then you're basically boned.
But again, because we don't have to worry about ammo, your inventory should never have just explosive weapons. It should be a standard assault rifle and then a mission specific explosive.
No, past clouds. Save the rifle for the hatch. Okay, you got a full clip. Now fire. Oh, is that it? Is it down? Yay! We took it down.
Man, it only takes like what? Does it only take 5 rounds in order for the rifle to actually take down the invasion ships?
I mean that's based on the damage values.
I get it's based on the damage values, but what that implies specifically is that an actual air missile would be able to take it down in one shot, assuming that you could actually get it to land.
Right, if it makes direct contact, because these missiles, in many cases, can inflict as much as 2,000 to 3,000 damage in one shot. Oh, it's so nice to hear some human voices for change. Okay, we got a half dozen of chums around that will help distract the ants while we take down the UFOs.
But from here, we actually have to get into position to do so.
See, if this was a teammate, if this was a human next to human teammate situation, one guy would be concentrating on the UFOs and the other guy would be repelling the ants. Ant repellent.
Now, would they be using raid or would they be using off?
Off. Then get it off the building. Get it off my car. Open wide. Here comes my fist. Great use of sniper rifle for getting precise targets.
Okay, so should be one more round of sniper bullets in order to take them down.
Yes, pay close attention to how many bullets you have left in the clip so you can plan your reloads accordingly. And need I mention also that you can reload while dodging, jumping, and moving.
Which is nice.
Which is really good. These the best of the best have joined the Earth Defense Force.
Okay,
the real cream of the crop.
Cloud, I know that you're supposed to deal damage to it when the hatch is open, but is the central core the only place where you can actually deal damage to it? Because it looks like it actually has multiple different spots that you could potentially damage it. Specifically, the rear engines and the other glowing lights look like that they could actually be vulnerable spots while the hatch is open.
Unfortunately, to answer your question, the hatch is the only weak spot.
Okay.
That is the core behind the hatch. Now that the building is out of the way, now I can get my target. And, ladies and gentlemen, this is why eventually I start cutting out the gather weapons and ammo sequences, because in the case of missions like this, where you will be killing as many as 100 enemies or 150 enemies in one mission, there's going to be that much loot to collect. They're huge! It's the final UFO. Destroyed in the name of planet Earth. Nice.
Well, wait, that means we only needed to take down 2.
Oh, we took down a couple of them.
Yeah,
I
2.
think there were 3? Maybe... I mean, Mr. Greta, let's give our teammates some credit here. I mean, they do suck, but they're not useless.
You sure that your teammates managed to take one down?
It is entirely possible that because... I mean, mind you, I wasn't really paying attention to the AI capabilities of the teammates. I would imagine that the ants would have been their most frequent target because the ants would have been the closest. Like, if you draw a straight line between each of these guys and the potential targets, then yes, the ants would be the logical answer every single time.
Alright. In the next episode, we'll continue on with Earth Defense Force.
I think I just snagged that weapon at the last second. I heard the chime.
You did. Let's see. Ooh, the MLRI missile and the UM-1 Jade grenade launcher. And an new assault rifle.
rifle.
Be safe, everybody.
I think that weapon counted.